Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to meet the other players who are joining us this evening? Outstanding. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, is one of our founding members who's celebrating 3 years with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Allan Smith.
Really good. Really good.
He works at a fairground, apparently.
Juggle.
Yeah, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, a founding member who's been here for the best part of 2 years, on and off. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mike Brown. A man who did so many gigs in our first year that we made him a regular. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dave Gotheridge is here. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by so many of our significant guests. First and foremost, we have a man who was one of the first people to join my Northampton workshop. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Tom Lawrence. The first woman to join my Northampton workshop, ladies and gentlemen, Jen Kenny. A man who has played piano at virtually every gig that we've ever done. So we got to our 3rd birthday and went, time for a change. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Speirs is here.
He also played the trumpet.
Ah, delightful. A man who was wildly hungover at our last gig. First thing he said when he got in the car today was, I didn't go out drinking last night. I have every other night this week. Ladies and gentlemen, Jaz Cox! We couldn't get the woman who was our very first guest ever at our first show, but fortunately we have the man who did our 2nd, 3rd and 4th gigs is here, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. McDonagh! And the first time that the Same Faces performed as the Same Faces in Edinburgh, we were joined by this man, ladies and gentlemen, Svavar Svavarsson! And joining us on the piano for the first time this evening, ladies and gentlemen, is Barry Speirs!
Judas.
Outstanding, sir. It's going to be a long show. Ladies and gentlemen, our first game this evening is called Interview Switch, and since they're right in the middle, Dave and Jen are going to start for us. What's going to happen in this game is that Jen is going to be interviewing Dave on an area of expertise that he will ask you for in just a moment. When they have said something sufficiently funny, I'm going to shout switch, at which point Dave will get up and leave. Jen will move over a seat, one of the rest of us will come in, and we'll go around until we've all had a go. Does everybody understand?
Yes.
Outstanding! Dave, ask the question.
Can I have an area of expertise, please?
Downfall of the Empire.
Say both on again?
Pencils.
Pencils.
Good evening and welcome to What's the Point, the magazine show all about the love of pencils. And today we have with us Dr. Dave. Dr. Dave, you've been fascinated by pencils from an early age. Tell me, how did you get into pencils?
Well, it's not so much me getting into pencil.
Could I have an area of expertise, please?
Fencing.
Sorry?
Fencing.
Fencing.
Yes, and welcome to Skewer Me, the annual magazine about fencing. And today we have Jennifer McAuliffe, a fencing expert. Now, Jennifer, how did you get into fencing?
Well, I had a serious accident in the back garden when I was a very small child with my dad, and he skewered me. It was not very pretty, but I decided to get my own back, so I had to learn the trade.
Fantastic. And did you get revenge?
Yes, he was buried 25 years ago.
Can I have an area of expertise, please?
Stools.
Stools.
Hello, welcome to Hard and Brown, the show about stools. I'm here with an expert on stools, Dr. Svavar. Dr. Svavar, a pleasure to have you as always.
A pleasure to have you as well.
So, tell me, have you had any interesting stools lately?
Well, yes, I have. I have had one that I named James. It was Thursday night after a big curry, and let me tell you, it felt like fire.
Switch.
Oh, in there.
Can I have an area of expertise, please?
Horticulture.
What?
Horticulture.
Horticulture!
Hello and welcome to Green Fingers. I am here with Tom today. Tom is an expert on horticulture, the culture of the horty. So Tom, tell us about it. Or are you above it? Well, actually I think that the culture of whoring is it's a very fascinating area, which has formed the majority of my study for the past several decades. Yes. Yes, I've published a series of books, each studying various kinds of whore.
Oh,
And,
what kinds of whore are there?
well, it goes all the way from your wanton strumpets to your high-priced call girls, really.
Oh,
Switch. Before we find out just how much more knowledge Tom has.
Can I have an area of expertise?
Being replaced.
Being...
Good evening and welcome to the Same Face's third birthday. I'm joined by former musician Doug Deans. Doug, tell me. Couldn't even finish my life.
Love you, Doug.
Can I have an area of expertise, please, from anyone in the audience?
Beards.
Beards.
He knows nothing about them.
Hello and welcome to the Scruffy Bush. Today I'm joined with Mr. Scruffler. So, Mr. Scruffler, how much do you know about beards?
Well, not actually very much there, Terry. I've got most of a beard.
You've got most of the beard.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard that you can't quite grow a beard all over your face.
No.
Now, what is that about?
Well, because my great-granddad was a Red Indian,
Yes.
I'm a bit Apache.
Don't come back, all is forgiven.
Area of expertise, please. Hangovers.
Correct choice.
I heard two there.
Yeah.
I'll be here all night.
Good morning and welcome to the Sore Point. Jaz, are you with us?
That was exactly his
I have
face.
an area of the expertise.
Haribo.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to the sweet thing. And here we have our expert, Dr. Snoop. Now tell me, why did you get into Haribo?
Fantastic, isn't it?
I would not disagree. Now,
Wait, what?
are the rings better or the bears? That's the most important question.
Bears for children, rings
Right.
for me.
What do you particularly use the rings for?
Well, my toes. And I like to eat off them.
I can't do that. That's impressive.
You can.
Thank you.
I would have.
Just take a moment. Are you okay, sir? Outstanding.
It's gone red in the face.
It's going to be a long show.
Can I have an area of expertise, please?
Downfall of the Empire.
The downfall of the empire. I heard gingers. I didn't want to.
The Empire of Gingers.
Downfall of the empire of gingers.
Good evening and welcome to House of the Rising Sun. I'm joined by Alan, who is an expert in one particular field, which is the historical moment which led to the downfall of the Empire of Gingers.
This is true.
It's true. Now, what would you say was the primary reason for such a downfall?
Well, the sun got brighter.
I have the final area of expertise, please.
Crumpet.
The Queen doing stuff.
Same difference.
Queen's Crumpet.
Welcome to Still Warm, Mom. I have Tom here, who has been crumpet butler to the Queen for some 20 years now. So, Queen, big fan of crumpet?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, she can't get enough crumpet, if you know what I mean, and Prince Philip's much the same. But, of course, he doesn't care for butter on those. He's more of a scented lube man. But sorry, I just disgusted myself.